Welcome to the IoT Empire. I'm your host, Ulno. And today we have a nice project which is very close to my heart. It's about home automation. And in this apartment where I live temporarily, there are tons and tons of light switches and tons of light bulbs. But it's really hard to control them in a decent manner. I thought that that's a really great case for doing some non-permanent home automation. And here are all our parts we intend to use for this home automation. So I will quickly go through the parts I will use for this project. And as it's mainly about lighting, you see a lot of lighting bulbs here. And I will just point the things out so you know what is for what. So I have a couple of Philips Hues. This is kind of the most simple thing you can use for automating your light. You can just replace the existing light bulbs and connect it to the Philips Hue bridge. And then you can control it with nearly all existing automation systems. However, the Philips Hue is a little bit expensive, so I have only white Philips Hues. If you want to use color, I suggest using the Milight. It's a kind of a little simpler system, but it's basically the same price. You get a colored light than you get with the Philips Hue for just white light. So we will use a combination of that for different settings. And remember, it's not all standard light bulbs. So sometimes you have these ceiling lights where you have this connectors. So that's you can also get the both from Philips and from the Milight. You need a bridge also for the Milight. So this is what I have here. And you need the remote to do the initial programming. You don't need that for the Philips Hues. So what else? Very nice for automation is the Sonoff, and you can basically replace an existing light switch with this and have then touch light switches which are independent from the actual switches you have in here. So you can control the 3 different circuits and have 3 inputs and then you can map them in any way together as you want. It's basically a drop-in replacement for an existing light switch. We might want to switch just on and off some appliances. We can use also some Sonoffs for this. These can actually measure power. This one doesn't measure power, but it's basically the same thing. Cool thing about all the Sonoffs is we can put IoT and power on there, so we can use our own software on this. But I definitely will spend some time in building my own voice assistant. I have these nice kits you can get for $10 from Google with a nice microphone that fits on a Raspberry Pi. So we might use here also Raspberry Pis not only as gateways, but also for these voice kits. And if you want to play music from this, I have a couple of very cheap USB speakers, or if it's maybe just for answering questions you ask to the voice assistant, so they have to connect it to it. But if you don't want to use voice, I like to use old phones or tablets to actually put a browser on there, and then the GUI we have, we can just show in there, and then you can use it on the tablet. So now we know what we have. Let's take this over and install it.